Hey, it's Aaron the Ho from Mobilereviews-eh.ca, and this is the March 2014 iPhone 6 rumor roundup. Now, I'm making this video in preparation for the iPhone 6. It's about 6 months out, I'm guessing, and I'm getting ready to spend money that I don't have on a phone that's going to have marginally new features. Damn my blind Apple loyalty. Now, in the last month, the biggest rumors that I've found were saying that the screen was either going to be 4.2 inches, 4.3 inches, 4.7 inches, 5 inches, 5.5 inches, or 5.7 inches. It might come with humidity, pressure, and temperature sensors. It might cost $299, and it's going to be 5.59 millimeters thick. So for this rumor roundup, I'm going to organize it into a couple categories so that you don't get lost and I don't get lost about what I'm talking about. Also, I don't actually have any cousins whatsoever working in the Apple supply chain. So everything that I'm going to be talking about, I've read on the internet. I'm also going to tell you why, if Apple continues on with the C series of iPhones, that the iPhone 6C is going to be the greatest named iPhone yet. Now, my Cantonese viewers might be snickering already because I said 6C, but hey, the rest of you will find out in a few minutes. Now, in terms of the release date, everybody is pointing towards September. Last month, there were some people saying it might be May. Well, we haven't seen any parts in the supply chain, so it's most likely going to be September, like the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S. Now, that's about 5 months away, so an iPhone base model costs about $700, so I'm going to cut back on some of my adult theme subscriptions. Going to go from 3-ply to 1-ply toilet paper, and I'm going to stop buying gems and Clash of Clans to save up for that iPhone 6. In terms of base capacity, I'm really hoping it goes up to 32 gigabytes because 16 really isn't enough, but the iPhone 5C just recently got an 8 gigabyte model, which is tiny. Like, I don't know what I could do with 8 gigabytes, but hey, it is what it is. So in terms of the size of the display, again, there's articles going from 4.2 to 5.7. We don't really know. We haven't seen any parts yet. Most of these articles are probably written by people who looked at an Android phone and said, hey, 4.7 inches is pretty good. Apple should do the exact same. But we all know by now, after watching Apple for like 15 years coming up with these incredible products, that they're going to do exactly not that. Now, if you watched my rumor roundup from last month, you'll know that I'm a big supporter of keeping things in my pants. I mean, my phone in my pants. Now, I'm really okay with 4 inches. 4 inches is a good size, but 5.7 inches, I think that's too big for all the things that I do in my life. Like, I think it just gets in the way. It's just too big. I think I read that wrong. That doesn't sound right. Now, there was a blurry photo that was released earlier this month by a Chinese news website, and they were saying that this is the front panel of the iPhone 6. Now, if you measure it out, it's about 4.3 inches, which is an inch and a bit shy of the 5.7 inches that people are really hoping for. So if this rumor comes out to be true, people are going to be incredibly disappointed. Now, this picture has been taken down from the news website, but I found it on GSM Arena, so I'm going to give them the credit for it. Now, in the middle of March, there's a bit of noise about the curved screen, or the potential of a curved screen on the iPhone 6. I found the article on TechCrunch, and it was based on an artist concept, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's an artist concept, but I'm wondering, what do you guys think about the iPhone 6 having a curved screen? Every single piece of computing thing that I've used in my entire life has generally been flat, so I don't know how well I would deal with a curved iPhone 6 screen. Leave your answers in the comments section below. I'd like to know what you guys think. Now, last month we talked a lot about Sapphire glass, and if the iPhone 6 screen was made out of Sapphire, it'd make it thinner and lighter. Now, Sapphire, I do believe, is going to be a big part of Apple's products because they're building basically an entire factory to make it, but I don't think it's finished yet, and it's not running at maximum capacity. Now, they do have other suppliers out there, but I don't think at this point in time Sapphire is going to make it to the iPhone 6, most likely in future Apple products, but probably not as the touchscreen for the iPhone 6. Now, one of the juiciest rumors, I don't know why rumors are juicy, that doesn't make any sense to me, came from TechBeast, and they were saying that the iPhone 6 was going to have an Ultra Retina display. Now, the current iPhone has a pixel density of 326 pixels per inch. The Ultra density is going to be 389. So what does that mean to you? Well, the pixels that you can't see right now by your naked eye are going to be even smaller. Awesome. Now, the same article also said that the iPhone 6 might only be 5.58 millimeters thick, which would be pretty crazy considering that the iPhone 5S is already pretty thin at 7.6 millimeters, but at 5.58, that's 27% thinner. But my question now is that you got a bigger screen, it's thinner, is it going to be as strong? We took our iPhone 5S, we threw it 40 feet into the air, and with a Lunatic Tactic Extreme, the phone bent. Right? So I'm curious if a bigger and thinner iPhone would actually have survived something like that. I don't think so. Now, in terms of the processor that's going to be sitting in the iPhone 6, that same article was saying that the processor is going to be at least 2.6 gigahertz and it's going to be an A8 processor. Now, that's probably a very reasonable guess, though they don't say if it's going to be a dual-core, a quad-core 64-bit chip. I don't know. Scouring the internet about the A8 processor reveals that Samsung apparently is now back on track to produce the A8 processors. Last month, we reported that they were out, so I don't know what's going on. Samsung and Apple having their bitter, bitter divorce. I don't know. Now, really the only thing that this rumor tells me is that there is definitely going to be a new device coming out in September, probably the iPhone 6. Really, Aaron, there's going to be an iPhone 6. You stop wasting my time, God! Now, in terms of camera, I didn't find anything substantial. It's going to be 8 megapixels. It's going to have a small f-stop. There wasn't really anything new from what I reported last month. Now, in terms of power and the battery, still nothing. I'm really hoping Apple does something cool with the charging and the battery. The technology is out there. We're getting an UNU battery case, which allows you to charge wirelessly, and it doesn't look like crap. So we're going to do that product review probably in this month. So do check that out. This next rumor is actually pretty cool. So in terms of sensors, Mac Rumors is saying that the iPhone 6 is going to have temperature, humidity, and pressure sensors. Now, I don't actually know how useful these sensors would be.
Hello, Aaron. It's Siri. My temperature sensors have detected that your nether regions are running a bit warm. May I suggest switching to boxers?
That's a little creepy. Are there any rumors about the wireless connections, the radios? Yeah, I've got nothing. Now, I'm going to spend the next few seconds talking about the iPhone 6C. Now, if Apple decides to stay with the C series of iPhones, the 6C to me is going to be really, really funny because in Cantonese, 6C means eat crap. So that means that the iPhone 6C to me is going to be the iPhone eat crap. Now that I don't know, that's pretty funny. What the hell is wrong with you? It's funny. In terms of the price, I did find an article saying that the iPhone 6 was going to be $299, and I found this on Forbes, so, it must have come from a pretty relevant source. I still don't understand why people think that the iPhone 6 is going to be cheap. It is not going to be cheap. For all these years, Apple has been producing premium products for a premium price. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that part out. Holy frick! Now, after that little mental outburst, I actually did read the article, and the $299 is the subsidized price on a 2-year contract. And I was like, $299 isn't that bad, until I realized that you US viewers, you guys pay $199 for a brand new iPhone on a 2-year contract, whereas in Canada, we pay $299 already. Holy frick, Canadian telcos are just so bullshit! Hey. Now, those are all the rumors that I've kind of found in March. This was actually pretty light, I think, for rumors. It was crazy last February, and there was only 28 days, but March has 31, and there's only like 5 or 6 articles that really stood out in my mind. If I missed anything, guys, leave them in the comment section below or share it to us through our Google Plus page. I like to know what you guys have found on the internet. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, I do encourage you to click subscribe because, well, we do these news segments, we do tips and tricks, and we do a lot of product reviews. Recently, we just destroyed an OtterBox preserver by driving over it with a car. It didn't survive very well. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, and I already said Google Plus. I'm Aaron the Ho. I'm very tired now because I've been really animated. I've been staring at this camera for like an hour. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next month.